Everybody likes to eat food. It's delicious, we need it to survive, it's great. Now, imagine a world without any food, no fruits, no vegetables. It's a pretty scary thought. Bees pollinate 1/3 of all foods we eat, and that applies to the entire world. According to Greenpeace.org on June 10th, 2013, a single bee colony can pollinate 300 million flowers each day. So just by looking at that and what I've just previously stated, honeybees are literally vital for our supply of food in the world and in the US. Without them, we possibly could not have fruits or vegetables that we eat and enjoy every single day, and they're vital to our ecosystem. According to the Christian Science Monitor on May 11, 2016, the Bee Informed Partnership found beekeepers across the US lost 44% of their honeybee colonies during the year from April 2015 to April 2016. And that's a pretty scary statistic because these beekeepers lost half of their bee populations in just 1 year. So I will be talking about the importance of the honeybee by discussing the problems that declining honeybee populations pose in the world today. Then I will talk about the actual reasons for the decline of the honeybee today. And then I will be talking about some possible solutions to bring back the honeybee. So let's first talk about the problems declining honeybee populations pose in the US and in the world today. So let's first look at the implications of the honeybee and the implications it has on our food supply. According to National Geographic on August 1st, 2014, in the US, honeybees contribute to help pollinate $19 billion worth of crops. That number is very large, and the number of crops that bees pollinate in the US and in the world is obviously very large. We once again need them to eat. It's pretty simple. However, also, honeybees don't just affect agriculture and fruits and vegetables and things we enjoy to eat. It also affects beef and poultry supply. According to the Jerusalem Post on July 1st, 2013, fruits and vegetables such as alfalfa feed for dairy and beef cattle depend on bee population. So once again, they need bees to help pollinate the plants that they need to eat. So in turn, we can eat the delicious cows and dairy from these cattle. So now I've talked about the decline of honeybee populations can cause problems in the US and in the world. I'm now talking about the actual reasons for the decline of the honeybee. According to National Geographic on August 1st, 2014, more than half of managed US honeybees have disappeared in the past 10 years. Once again, a pretty frightening statistic. The reason for this is pesticides is a huge problem for the honeybee. According to the same article I previously stated at Greenpeace.org, biologists have found that over 115 chemical residues are found in bee pollen. So farmers today heavily rely on pesticides to help grow their crops, and they're using them at a more alarming rate. Because yes, they are very effective to grow the crops that we need because it does affect other insects that are killing in crops, but it is obviously killing the vital insect that is needed to help pollinate these crops. So it's kind of a problem, and these farmers are trying to use, if they want to use different pesticides, they can't, because giant corporations like Monsanto are the only suppliers of pesticides, so therefore farmers are only given to use that one pesticide. And another problem that is causing the populations of the honeybee to be decreasing is the veramite. The veramite sucks blood from the bees and is killing them, and biologists are having a hard time of finding out why they're doing this or how they even are found to kill the honeybee. So it's posing a pretty big problem. Then habitat destruction is a huge problem. Ironically, these big farmlands that are being built and supported by these big corporations like Monsanto are destroying these natural grasslands and forests that the honeybee needs to survive. And then climate change is actually affecting the honeybee. Early or warm winters are affecting the climate of the the honeybee because they are venturing out of their colony thinking that possible flowers are being bloomed and they're not, so they're coming back to the colony without any pollen and is actually killing the honeybee colonies. And exotic plants are also taking taking up natural plants and are weeding out the natural pollinators that bees need to survive. So now that I've talked about the causes for the populations of the honeybee to decrease, I'll now talk about possible solutions to bring back the honeybee. And first and foremost, going back to pesticides, we need to ban them. We need to possibly find different solutions or different pesticides to be sprayed on the agriculture crops that we need. And by doing this, we kind of need to get rid of and break up these giant corporations like Monsanto. And by going to local government officials and contacting them and writing letters, everything helps. So that would be a vital effort to help try to break up these giant corporations that control agriculture. Then we just need to protect natural habitat. Stop planting exotic plants in your backyard. You can just use more natural plants. And actually, according to the Marin Independent Journal on October 27, 2007, as home gardeners, we can play a role in rebuilding the native bee population by planting the varieties of flowers on which native bees thrive. And then, kind of playing into that, we can restore organic agriculture. Go in your backyard and plant tomatoes, cucumbers, all sorts of fruits and vegetables. It's cheap and it's also kind of fun to do. And then go buy organic food. Support your local farmers. It helps the economy, and also it's money's not going in the pockets of evil corporations like Monsanto. And then help climate change. Be conscious. Don't be ruthless with your energy consumption. Just be smart. And I think we could actually really help bring back the population of the honeybee with just a little bit of effort, and if we just try, I think we can possibly do it. So finally, according to an article in National Geographic on January 17, 2015, suffering from what is now called as colony collapse disorder, bees are vanishing from hives worldwide. Once again, kind of grounding in the idea that we're in trouble. So today I hope you kind of learned a little about the plight of the honeybee, and I hope I informed you of how important they are, and hopefully I also kind of persuade you possibly take a part in possibly bringing back the honeybee. And I just talked about the importance of the honeybee by discussing the problems that declining honeybee populations pose on the world, the reasons for the decline of the honeybee, and finally the solutions that could possibly be done to bring back the honeybee. Thank you.